the UK of people's different opinions. Do you know when you saw it, what your thoughts were on Eubank Senior coming out so strong against Junior?
Yeah, I got to be honest. I'm not overly comfortable responding to it, because I think it's so personal that situation. I'm not into goading Eubank about what his dad said about him because it's not it's not pleasant. And I know how close I am with my dad. And if he came out and spoke like that about me, I'd be absolutely devastated, to be honest. I just hope that they can bring that relationship back together. See, father-son relationships and working together is very, very difficult. It's very, very difficult to be non-biased or non-delusional. I get it all the time with dealing with fighters' dads in the corner. This is the biggest moment of Chris Eubank Jr.'s life, his career, ever. And, because I see what Nigel's going through with Conor. The strength that you get from that unity. You're not talking about just a dad being in your corner. You're talking about a boxing great. Someone I hope he can be there, and even beyond the fight. I hope one day they can bring their relationship back together. I really mean that. The dad should be very proud of Junior because he's achieved a lot, and he's about to take part in one of the biggest British fights of all time. I will talk about the comments from Senior, which I don't really understand. It's confusing. The fight shouldn't be happening. He's talking about Conor coming up 2 divisions, and we know the dangers of that. And that's, to be honest, that's probably one thing that hasn't been talked about enough. Everyone's talking about Junior coming in at 160, his natural weight. What about Conor Benn coming up and facing a much bigger man? I think Eubank Senior is just kind of winding himself up, if I'm honest. He's getting himself in a tiz about the fight, the fact that and I think it comes down to, honestly, the fact that he's not there or not involved. Because I think if he was, he'd be lapping it up about his son's going to show Conor and all Nigel Benn and all the rivalry and all that kind of stuff. But because he's away from it, I don't think he wants to endorse it. I don't think he wants to embrace it. And I think he's doubling down on the fact that, like I say, we appreciate the danger of moving up 2 divisions. It's a decision that was taken by Conor and Tony and Nigel and us and everybody. But we believe we can win the fight. And the reason that it's a 50-50 fight is because of the weight difference, Maybe it's breaking him inside. Maybe it's motivating him inside. Maybe it's making him mentally stronger and resilient. Maybe, like I said, maybe it's the comments are killing him. You never really know what's going through someone's head. That's the reality. And you never really know what someone's going through. So that's why, I just refuse